Inhale deeply and exhale completely through your mouth. We all came here after a long day's work. Let's take this time to center yourself back to your own body, to be present here in this moment, to be in our body, to silence our mind, our logical mind, and just focus to your heart. To the best of your ability, bring your attention to the heart center. Feel your heart. And from your heart, slowly expand to the chair you are sitting in. Expand to the room you are sitting in. Just share your molecules and space and be that room you are sitting. And just expand to the city you are in. Expand, expand to the state which you are in. Expand and be one with the country wherever you are. Be one with that. And just expand to be one with the earth. Expand, expand beyond the earth, the solar system, the planets, and the galaxies. And beyond that, there is pure white light, the pure energy of the creation. Just expand, expand to a pure white light and becoming one with that light. And being that light, just visualize everyone present here. Visualize it as a circle. And from your heart, let that white light spread to each and everyone present here, connecting everyone as a circle. Let the love energy flow through each and everyone present here. Any lower vibrational frequencies are just transmuting into love and light in this white light. Feel it completely. Embrace that love fully in your heart. And once you are ready, Slowly, very slowly, open your beautiful eyes with a smile. Welcome everyone to a beautiful gathering of Sacred Moon Circle. So,
Hi,
today's
everybody.
topic, we
Yeah.
have chosen a wonderful topic. We all go through this state every time, maybe every day, knowingly or unknowingly, but it's okay. But now we are here to consciously understand that. So, Sri Bala will be guiding us to understand our blame game.
Thank you, Naina. Thank you. And welcome everybody once again to another full moon circle. And it's always a pleasure to see all of you here and be with us in understanding these little big things about life. They are the small things, but they bring huge amount of shift to our vibration, which is why we are all here to understand the ways in which we can raise our vibration and be better people for ourselves and for those around us. Okay, so the blame game. I'm going to share screen. Naina, please help me if I get stuck because this is new to me. Okay. Okay. Can you all see?
Yes,
Naina, you can see, right?
yeah, we can see you.
Okay, great. So let's start the blame game. Okay, we're all experts in this, maybe mastered in this part. So, like Naina said, it's okay. We are still learning a lot of things and we are looking at ways we can improve ourselves. So, before I start, I'll narrate a small story. There was this couple, they've been married for about 10 to 11 years and they got a baby after 11 years. And so you can imagine how precious the child is. And when the child was about 2 years old, one day the father was rushing to work. He was in a hurry. So there was a medicine bottle that he drank, and he was in such hurry, he left it there and he told his wife, just close the lid. I have to hurry out. So just close it and keep it safe. The wife, of course, you know how homemakers are. She was lost in her household chores. She was busy. And the little baby, the 2-year-old toddler, went about looking for things and saw this pretty little bottle. The child took it, consumed the whole bottle. It's only when the child collapsed, the mother realized what happened. So immediately, she rushed the child to the hospital. But unfortunately, they lost the child because it was poisonous. For the baby, the medicine is poisonous. So the father came. Of course, the father came. And can you imagine what he told the mother? He said, I am with you. The easiest thing to say was, I told you to shut that bottle and keep it away. You didn't do it. And the first thing he said is, I am with you. So, how that changes the relationship dynamics and how important it is, because we'll come to that. The importance of what he said. It's not just a superficial statement where he says, I am with you. It's the part where he takes responsibility for what he did. He could have kept that. He could have shut the lid and kept it away, but he didn't. So the blame game, that's what we are looking at. It's not to turn the blame against us. It is not to say that we have to be blamed for everything. That's also not the point. We look at the various areas of the blame game. Okay, so what is blame game? Can you all see the screen? You can, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we can.
So how many of you know that we co-create our reality? Most of the time, unconsciously, because only 10% of our conscious mind is present in all our all our activities. It's otherwise the one that is controlling is your subconscious mind. So most of the time, when we have desirable outcomes, we take pride in manifesting desirable outcomes. I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that when we get what we want, we say it with a lot of pride. I manifested this. I manifest. How many times do we say when things go wrong, I manifested this also? No, that time when things go wrong or when things does not go the way we want it to, we just turn to the external world and blame the external world. So that is when we actually look outside. Otherwise, we take pride. So we have to understand the same power we use to create the good outcome, we are also using it to create the undesirable outcome. So what happens in the blame game is we are constantly in the victim consciousness. We are a victim of other people's actions. My mother did this. My father did this. My mother-in-law did this. My husband is always doing this. My friends are doing this. My God, the politicians are awful. The system is bad. How many times do we blame the government? The roads are bad. We have so many people to blame for everything in our life. What does that mean? We are operating from a space of powerlessness, right? Which means we actually have nothing to do about it. We can do nothing about our life. I am a victim of other people's actions. Somebody is always doing something to me. And how is that helping us? It's not helping us in any way. How is that going to help us co-create the life that we really want if we are in a state of powerlessness? If we are constantly going to say, what can I do? My husband is like that. He yells at me all the time. What can I do? My mother-in-law doesn't like what I make. What can I do? So what exactly is your life if you're a victim all the time? So blame game puts you in that victim mode where you feel, I cannot do anything about my life. And that's a very, very powerless state. And that is a state that we have to get out of as people who are on this journey of being aware of who we are. That's the space that we have to get out of, the victim space. Blaming others takes away your magical powers to manifest your desires. So it's just basically like believing, I can't do anything about my life because somebody else is always doing something to me. So that is what the blame game is. And why do we blame? It gives us an explanation that satisfies our mental story. You know how our ego mind is. It always wants some kind of drama, some kind of story, something to satisfy the ego. So it is easier and comfortable to not take responsibility for our own actions and point finger at the other person. It's the easy way out because you don't have to look within. And your mental story has a very, very, it's a very satisfactory climax. Yeah, this person did this to me. So that's your ego mind. Your ego mind most of the time operates in a lower vibration. So whenever you have a tendency to blame, you understand that this is your ego. This is not a higher vibration that is operating within. It's your ego mind and it's a lower vibrational thing that is making you blame. Okay. And it is a subtle way to attack somebody. When we get hurt, a part of us wants to take revenge and give the hurt back to the person. The blame is that attack. When we blame, there's a part of us, the ego mind again, rejoicing. Yeah, let him feel guilty. He did this. It's an attack. You know, we want to attack them with words or instill that guilt in them. So it's a subtle way of attacking. You know, even though we kind of, we condemn the physical attacks, the abuse, but blame is a subtle attack. So when you realize that we are actually attacking somebody. Just be aware of that. Sometimes in that anger, we all say such mean things, harsh things, right? So just be aware. We want to attack. We want to hurt people who hurt us. Sometimes we will not do it physically, but at least by words, blame them, instill that guilt in them. So it's an attack. It makes us happy. Yeah, I did that so that he feels guilty. It's a great defense mechanism. As I said in the first point, avoiding having to look within. What part of me created this? It's a co-creation. Why is my neighbor not in this position? My husband always yells at me. But I have friends who have husbands who are very nice. Why am I not there and why am I here? So that is your part in the story. And that is what you have to look into. That is your work. So blaming always takes you away from that work. That's easy because you don't have to look within. You don't have to change your patterns. You don't have to change your beliefs, because changing that your own beliefs is a big work. So you don't have to do that. It removes inhibitions to act in a poorly manner. Brain has natural inhibition from behaving poorly to another. Blame removes such inhibitions because we have a reason, right? We have a reason then to act poorly. Again, as I said, it's a low vibrational thing, the things which we cannot otherwise do, when we blame, we get into that extremely low vibrational activities, which can even get physical, because now we have a reason. This person did this. This person said this. So it justifies your poor actions. And also to avoid feeling guilty about one's own actions. That's another reason why we blame, so that we don't feel guilty about what we did. There are so many layers to this, like narcissistic personalities, gaslighting and all that, where the other person makes you feel like something is wrong with you. When you when you communicate about an issue that you have, the other person makes it about you, so that they don't feel guilty about their own actions. That's another form of blame. So these are all avoiding taking responsibility, avoiding looking within. So avoid shifting blame. Avoiding blame does not mean we confirm another person's actions. This is something that we all have to remember, because every time we think that when we don't blame, it means we are saying it's okay for them to do this, or we are agreeing with their actions. That's not what it means. That's just not what it means. It means that we are taking the power back. We are accepting and acknowledging our hurt first. That's the most important thing. Accept your emotion first. Somebody blames you, or when somebody is, doing something mean and harsh to you, accept that emotion. If it's anger, yes, I am angry at this person. If it's hurt, I am feeling so hurt and I'm so sad. And take responsibility for the part of us that created the situation. Okay, what in me got me to this point? Why did I not have the courage to speak up before it came here? Like in the first story, the father could have done it. What's the point if he starts blaming the wife? So he is a co-creator in that. He could have, it would have taken him less than a minute to just shut it and keep it away, but he didn't do it, right? So when he owns that, that's called taking responsibility for your part in creating that situation. The easy way out is blaming the wife. And that satisfies your ego, that avoids his guilt, that avoids him having to look within. It's a great defense mechanism. But Instead, he chose to see his part. And he said, I am with you. So whenever you feel like blaming somebody, take a deep breath. Identify the part of you that wants to blame. What are the triggers? Get into the habit of regularly asking yourself, how does this make me feel? When your husband is yelling, or when your mother-in-law is yelling, when your friends are leaving you out, or your friend said she's going to come and she didn't turn up. Instead of blaming, ask yourself, how is this making me feel? When he shouts, how does it make me feel? When my friend doesn't reply to my text, how does it make me feel? Instead of saying she's always like that, she has a dirty habit of not replying to texts. How does it make me feel? Most of the time, it will go down to a limiting belief, which is where you need therapy or healing to kind of shift the pattern and shift that limiting belief. Because that limiting belief is exactly what got you to the point where you are currently. So get into the habit of taking a deep breath and asking yourself, how does this make me feel? When my husband is yelling at me, what is this? Wow. Instead of pointing that finger at him, just ask yourself, how does this make me feel? Makes me feel like I'm not loved, or it makes me feel like I'm a useless person. That's a huge limiting belief. I am useless. So you get to understand your limiting beliefs and patterns when you get into the habit of asking yourself, how does this make me feel? When we blame, we deny ourselves the opportunity to learn and grow. Because every trigger that we have is an opportunity to learn. It is pointing finger at that area of you that needs to be healed. And when we blame, we miss that opportunity. Because actually, when there is a trigger, when we feel like blaming somebody, just remember that God has given me this golden opportunity to understand what's going on inside me. Let me look into that and heal it so that I don't face this anymore. If you get into that blame loop, you will be in it forever, because you're not going to heal the pattern that is attracting that particular way from people. Today, if it's your husband, tomorrow it's going to be your friend. Day after tomorrow, it's going to be somebody else. Until you heal, you're not going to change that pattern, which is bringing you to that point. So every time you have a tendency to blame, take a step back and ask yourself, how is this making me feel? What is my lesson here? What do I have to learn here? What am I not seeing here? What inside me needs to be healed? Keep things in perspective without creating mental stories around it. Very, very, very important. Don't create stories around situations. When someone is not talking to you, see it as someone is not talking to me. That's it. Keep things in perspective. Don't go back to, oh, she could have done this, but she chose not to do it because of this. The other day when I saw her, I didn't really talk to her. Maybe that is why. You understand the story we create around a small thing. Keep things in perspective. It is what it is. What I see in front of me is a truth. She is not answering my call. Leave it there. When your ego mind is starting to create stories, catch it. Tell yourself, that's just a story. That's just a story I am creating to justify my actions. That's all. So keep things in perspective. Somebody didn't call. Somebody didn't call. End of story. Somebody doesn't want to be with you. Somebody doesn't want to be with you. End of story. Let's try and do the work on ourselves rather than shifting the blame onto other person. So this is a very, very interesting quote from Wayne Dyer. You know, Wayne Dyer is a self-help author and a motivational speaker. All blame is waste of time. No matter how much fault you find with another, And regardless of how much you blame him, it will not change you. The only thing blame does is to keep the focus off you when you're looking for external reasons to explain your unhappiness or frustration. You may succeed in making another person guilty about something by blaming him, but you won't succeed in changing whatever it is about you that is making you unhappy. I hope you understand that it's exactly what we have been saying in all the other slides. It just takes the focus away from you. And what is our work? The work on ourselves. Is our work changing somebody else? No. The work is the part of us that is unhappy, to heal that part of us. Like he says, you won't succeed in changing whatever it is about you that is making you unhappy. Then what's the point? What's the point then? So that is what I'll stop sharing now. Yeah. So that is what I have about blame game. In brief, because there are so many layers of it, levels of it, you know. So this is not to say that, I know this creates a feeling of, oh, I create everything, I am the one to be blamed. It's not about that. It's only about asking you to be aware so that we take the power back. We have the power. Remember that. It's not with somebody else. When we are aware of where it is coming from, we are able to shift it, right? When we see that with somebody else, we are not able to shift it. Even when, as healers, sometimes, a lot of us are healers here. So when people come and we see that there is a pattern, unless they want to heal it, we cannot heal it, right? Even as healers, we don't do it. So imagine, as a common person, when you see the other person, we cannot do anything about the other person. But why should we stay in that space? Why should we be in that situation where we are unhappy? So the work is always on ourselves. Shift. It's not about taking all the blame and feeling really awful about ourselves. It's not about that. We all make mistakes. We all have our own issues. It's okay. But we can be happy. We can succeed if we are aware of the patterns and start working on it, start shifting it. Seek help, ask help. If you feel stuck in a space where you're constantly in a need to blame others, ask for help. There may be some pattern in you that needs to be shifted, and the world around you will shift. That's the magical power of healing. When your patterns shift, when your limited beliefs shift, the world around you naturally shifts. So that's the beauty of it. So start getting into the habit of being aware when you have a tendency to blame, not just your people, even government, even the system. What exactly are we doing there? What's the point? What can you do to raise the vibration? What can you do to be a better person so that you are not triggered, so that you change the people around you and we change the community? Yeah, so that's what I have. Anybody has any questions? Anybody wants to ask something, share something? Please go ahead, because after that, Naina will be getting into a process.
Okay, now you can unmute. Do you have any questions? You can ask any questions if you have. And now, from this point only, starts our healing. Because whatever we are discussing here, we have an intention to bring that awareness, that insight into our healing. So, if we are still in the blame game, we won't be able to heal ourselves. So, the first step into healing is accepting there is a part in us which have created this experience for me. Are you all able to accept that part? Whatever you are going through, whatever situations, you need to change in your life, are you always pointing towards other people or again pointing towards? When we are pointing to others, rest of the fingers are pointing towards us. But are you still in the mode of victim? Are you still in victimhood? Of course, it is difficult for us to see that everybody else is torturing me. I am the victim. And now you are saying that I have created it. How can you say that? Because we create most of our life unconsciously. And that's the reason why we are not able to see that part. But for now, let's bring this understanding into our consciousness that whatever I am experiencing, I am creating from within. And there is a part in me which has created this experience for myself. So for now, let me take the ownership of that part. So why we need to take that ownership? So that I can heal. If we are not taking that ownership and pointing to the other person, do we have the power? What can we do in that victimhood? Nothing. We are losing control. We feel that the whole world is collapsing. But when we step outside from that victim state and say that, okay, now there is a part in me which has created this experience for myself. Let me look into that part from where I have co-created it for myself. I will take ownership of that part. I own that part so that I can heal. Okay, so is there any questions, any discussion? Uh, are you all with us till now? We are on the same page.
So it's also basically like to also say that you don't have to carry that hurt forever. You know, when we are in the situation of as a victim, there's a lot of grief and pain that we carry. When you feel powerless, when you feel helpless, when you are in a space where you feel I can't do anything, and that is where you can see that where we cry when we go to a temple or church because we feel only God can help us. You know, we feel that when we feel why am I in this state? Everyone's like this to me. So what we are trying to say is you don't have to carry that hurt. You don't have to. Everybody deserves to be happy. Each one of you deserve happiness and to be successful. You all were born with that basic right, happiness. It's not something we have to beg for or wait for or anything like that. So you don't have to carry that grief and hurt lifelong. We can shift into happiness. We can shift into owning our happiness. So that's why we are saying, don't think it as, I created this, so because we get into that self blame. Oh God, I am so stupid now. This is all what I could create now. After all this is what I created for myself. We get into that. It's okay because we're all learning. We're all learning different ways. We have attracted this partner and these experiences exactly for some reason. And it's only when we stop blaming, we can see that. We have attracted friends who never reply to our texts exactly to trigger us so that we can heal that. We can accept people as they are. They don't have to reply in 2 seconds. I'm saying that because I had this dirty habit. I will reply in 2 seconds. So I expect everyone to reply in 2 seconds. And when I don't see that by night time, I have stories after stories in my head. Why can't she say that she's busy? If she's busy, she should say. So that's me controlling that person. She should say she's busy if she's busy. But what in me wants that? Because I don't have boundaries. She has boundaries, and I am not able to accept her boundary. It was an opportunity for me to understand my boundary is weak because I have to reply in 2 seconds. Why? I don't have to. And that helped me understand boundaries, helped me understand other people. So if they call back, it's okay. If they don't call back, it's fine. If they don't text back, it's fine. They have their boundaries, they have other reasons. But I healed my boundaries, so it was easier for me to understand other people's boundaries instead of sitting in blame. Yeah. Yes, Sucheji.
Yeah, I just want to say, when you're saying, when we understand that we created whatever is happening, so, suppose, for example, somebody hurt us, somebody, and we want to like blame that person. Oh, he did that to me, she did that to me. So I think in healing, what how you do in your EFT, Mitu. First, if we feel like blaming someone, we have to accept that. And we have to accept whatever we are feeling. That is the first step. We are feeling hurt. We are feeling angry. We are feeling whatever it is, frustration, anger. First, we need to accept all those things we are feeling, even the blame. I feel like blaming them. That also we have to accept.
Exactly.
Then we go into the next level. No, this is something, these feelings are all creating in me something which I have to learn something from it. Where is it coming from? That is very important, because sometimes we feel like crying. Just we are very hurt. So we have to feel out all these emotions. Then the healing comes easily. After
Very
that.
true. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I
What you
just
said is
wanted to
on point.
point. Yeah. And also we need to not to feel self-blame, like you said. It is also very important not to feel
Yes.
blaming ourselves for feeling all this
Yes.
anger and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you said it. That's absolutely true. Even that wanting to blame, we can acknowledge. I want to blame this person for the hurt that this person caused me. So basically, it's about acknowledging everything you feel.
Yes.
Only then we can shift it.
yeah.
Yeah.
First,
And
being aware of all the emotions we are feeling, that is the very first step.
yes, exactly.
Acknowledging and being aware and acknowledging everything.
Yes, as
Yeah.
Chechi pointed
Accept.
out,
Yeah.
when we are in our emotions, we can't say anything, we can't see anything else. Okay, so it is very important that we should be able to feel it. Whatever hurt, whatever emotions we are feeling, just feel it completely. After you release the emotion, okay, then you will be able to see a different point, different perspective. Even then, at that point of time, you will be able to look at from the other person's perspective also. But when we are in our emotions, we won't be able to see anything else. Okay, so the process we are going to do today is Ho'oponopono. So most of you might be knowing about it, but this process is most commonly known as a process for forgiveness. But Ho'oponopono is not just about forgiveness, it's also about healing. Healing whatever we are facing in our life. So, those who don't know anything about Ho'oponopono, I will just brief about the story behind it. Ho'oponopono is a four-line statements. 4 lines. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So I will just brief about the origin. Whatever we see as Ho'oponopono, these four statements, it has an origin from Hawaiian shamanism. Okay, so whatever we see or read from different books, it started with Dr. Hewlin, who is a doctor, who is a psychiatrist in the island of Hawaii. Okay, so the most famous story about him is he was a psychiatrist who was appointed as a psychiatrist in a very famous hospital at Hawaii, this Hawaii island. So the speciality of this hospital, it's a mental health hospital. Most of the patients who are there are very criminally insane people who are put in only in cells. Those people. So when this doctor, Dr. Hewlin, has been appointed in that hospital, what he did is he started going through each patient's case study. He sit in his room, start going through that files of each person and looking into that. He said that if this has come in front of me, that means a part of me has created it. So let me take ownership of that part of me creating this incident, this experience. I will take full responsibility, full ownership of that part, and let me heal it with Ho'oponopono. So over a period of 4 to 5 years, every patient, those criminally insane patients in that Hawaiian hospital, mental health hospital, were able to discharge and go back to their own home. This is the famous story behind the Ho'oponopono. Okay, so now whatever story or whatever the practice, the four statements which we hear as Ho'oponopono is the modern version of Ho'oponopono by Dr. Hewlin. But this practice of Ho'oponopono doesn't start from Dr. Hewlin. Okay, it has a long story towards the Hawaiian shamanism. Okay, so Dr. Hewlin's teacher was a shaman lady from Hawaii, and before Hewlin's teacher, Ho'oponopono was a long and lengthy practice which was practiced in the Hawaiian island. Okay, so what Hewlin's teacher had did was she made it a 16 sentence statement and made available to most of the people, and that's what Dr. Hewlin also learned. And from there, Dr. Hewlin has spread it and made it much more simpler as this 4-letter statement. Okay, so in shamanism, in Hawaiian shamanism, they are saying that each and every problem starts with a thought inside us, and they say it as an error, and that has caused whatever unpleasant experiences, undesirable experiences which is happening in our life at present. So there is an error. So when we take ownership of that error and rectify it, the situations will change in our life. Okay, so in Ho'oponopono practice, we will chant this 4 statements continuously. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. We continuously repeat these 4 statements to 10 to 15 minutes with a specific intention to clean, clear and erase whatever errors which happened in the past, and that's why we are experiencing something in the present. So it is about cleaning and rectifying those errors, whatever happened in the past. And to that past, we are redirecting Ho'oponopono to heal that past, to clear that past, so that we can have a peaceful present and future. So, in these 4 sentences, first it starts with I'm sorry. Who am I saying sorry? Am I saying sorry to the other person who actually hurt me? Who did all these things to me? No. We are saying sorry to that part in me which has created this experience for me. I am sorry to that part in me. Please forgive me. To whom? To myself. I love you. Yes, healing starts with accepting and loving ourselves. Thank you. Thank you means we are paying gratitude to us. So, in Ho'oponopono, our only job is to clean, clear, erase that errors, and we will leave the consequence in the hands of divinity. Rest, we are leaving it in the hands of divinity. Healing is in the hands of divinity, but we are taking ownership of that part in me and clearing, erasing those errors, rectifying those errors, and of course there will be a consequence to whatever we do, and that consequence is the healing. But we are not getting attached to that consequence, we are leaving it into the hands of the divinity. Okay, so today we will be doing it for 10 minutes, and we will also integrate EFT into it, because when we are chanting we will be guiding you. So in that chanting, when we chant these 4 statements, these are so powerful statements. When we chant it continuously, it will take into a state of void. Buddhist sannyasis or masters call it as a void. In shamanism, it's called hollow bone. We will be taken into a deep state within us, where we will know from where we have created this experience. What is that error? What are the emotions behind it? The memories behind it? We will just allow. We will just allow it to pass by, and we are just cleaning. Okay, so maybe you will get a insight to whatever you are going through. Maybe not, but it's not necessary that you should know about it, because we are not attached to the outcome. We are giving it into the hands of the divine. Okay, so today we are integrating it with EFT also, because so many emotions may pop up. You will see what am I feeling about this particular thing. So towards the end of the chanting, we will also just tap on certain points. I will share you the picture of EFT points. Sri Bala can explain about. Those who are not into EFT, who are very new to EFT, you can just refer this. Okay. Can everyone see these points?
Yeah.
Okay, just make a note of it. Sri Bala will explain it now.
Yeah. So EFT, I think a lot of us have already done it. For those of you who don't know, EFT is emotional freedom technique. So it's a tapping technique. We're tapping on the ends of energy meridians. Okay, so when we speak and tap, we're releasing a lot of stored emotions in the body. As you all know, that emotions get stored in the body. So these meridians are corresponding to certain organs also in the body, like below the eye, stomach. And I think these are all center meridians. I think here is I'm sorry, I'm not really sure of the corresponding organs, but as you tap and speak, you are releasing the emotions stored in the body, and it is one of the most effective techniques to release trauma, difficult memories, and all of that. So the points, as you can see, it's you can just remember it's going downwards, like from top downwards. So starts with the top of the head. You can tap with one hand on the top center of the head. Then is a beginning of the eyebrow, inner eyebrow. You can tap with both hands or you can tap just with one hand. Any side is okay. Then side of the eye, you can see side of the eye. Okay. Then under the eye. Remember, it goes down. Top, then eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose. Okay. Then under the lower lip, this chin point. Okay. And then it says collarbone here, but it is 1 inch below, 1 inch outside the collarbone. So it'll be a little below to the side, if you all can see me. Yeah. So it'll be like that, around here. Okay. Just a bit to the side of the collarbone. Okay. And then side of your under the arm, like where your brass track comes, around that, in that space, in that place. Just tap with one hand. Yeah, just tap with the other hand, whichever side is okay. So just remember, it goes like that: head, eyebrow, eye, under eye, nose, chin, collarbone, and this. And the karate chop. This is a karate chop. Any hand you can use. Use the other two fingers of the other hand, and that's it. Okay. So Naina, you will be keeping this on, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
So you can actually look at this and tap as well. Each point 5 to 7 times. You don't have to tap for a long time. Just 5 or 7 times is fine. So just keep moving. It doesn't have to be long tapping.
Okay, so even if you don't remember these points, that is perfectly fine. We will be guiding you. Even if you don't get the EFT points, you can just tap on whatever body parts you are feeling so emotional. Okay, you are feeling some heaviness in certain parts of your body, you can just tap with your hand, just like it. Just like that, you can tap. Not necessary that you have to follow this EFT points. Not necessary. Okay, so we can start.
Yeah.
You all can mute yourself. And you can imagine an incident. Bring an incident or any issue you are facing. Any particular issue. Just bring that into your mind. Take a moment to sit very comfortably, relax, take few deep breaths, allow yourself to relax, taking few deep breaths and settling yourself in your position. And know what is the purpose of you today. You want to direct oponopono towards what issue. Just bring that into your mind. And now let's chant oponopono twice. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You can repeat after me. I intend to direct Ho'oponopono to this part of me which is. Now fill your intention. What in me has attracted this to my doorstep? What has brought this situation to my life? To clean this part of me, I direct Ho'oponopono in all directions of time, past, present, and future, across time and space, as I now take complete responsibility of my own healing. I intend to direct Ho'oponopono to this part of me, which is, you can complete your intention there. What in me has attracted this to my doorstep? What has brought this situation to my life? To clean this part of me, I direct Ho'oponopono in all directions of time, past, present, and future, across time and space, as I now take complete responsibility of my own healing. I intend to direct Ho'oponopono to this part of me, which is, feel your intention. What in me has attracted this to my doorstep? What has brought this situation to my life? To clear this part of me, I direct Ho'oponopono in all directions of time, past, present, and future, across time and space, as I now take complete responsibility of my own healing. Now let's start with chanting the 4 powerful statements of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. As you continue with the chanting, be aware of any memories which is popping up. Just allow it to pass. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Allow whatever emotions that is coming up. Just allow. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Allow all the emotions that is coming up. See that emotion. Whatever memories are coming up, just allow. See where in your body you are feeling those emotions. Which part in your body is carrying those emotions that blocks, energy blocks in your body. Just tap with the EFT points. Just start tapping on the meridian points. If you remember, you can tap on the meridian points, EFT points, and keep chanting. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. If you are not clear with the meridian points, you can tap on that part of your body which is feeling a tightness, heaviness, hurt, pain, whatever sensations. Just tap on that part of your body. Just pat on your body gently and release that emotion, that somatic release. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Just pat on your body. Just tap and release whatever stuck emotions you're having in any part of your body. Just gently tap on the whole of your body. Just tap and release whatever stuck emotions, suppressed emotion you have stored in your body. Just tap gently. And just allow yourself to relax. Take few deep breaths again. Allow whatever insights you had about your intention. Just take that insights, allow it to integrate into your system. Just give a moment to integrate it. And once you are ready, slowly come back to the present moment, feeling your feet, your palms, slowly moving your body, and open your eyes. You can have some water, hydrate yourself. you can continue this practice your own. You can take a specific incident or specific experience you had in your life. With a specific intention, you can chant Ho'oponopono for maybe 7 days, 11 days, or 21 days with an intention to heal yourself. You can direct it into any part of yourself, any healing. For example, if you are suffering with a physical illness, you can do it for that. If you have so much anger or fear, frustration, you can intend to heal that part and chant Ho'oponopono. Any specific relationship, you can do that. And even for small things. For example, if you are traveling and you are seeing that you are traveling in a flight, taking a flight, there you see that a baby is crying and it is irritating you. Okay, that means a part of you is getting irritated because of that. It is affecting you. There also, you can take that ownership of that part in you which is getting irritated, and you can chant Ho'oponopono. Either the baby may stop crying or you may not get irritated. When you take responsibility of that part, you will be coming out of that situation. So whatever irritation or frustration, any trigger you are facing in your life, you can direct Ho'oponopono to clear that part in you. That is how we are taking the ownership of our healing. Owning that issue in me. Owning that part in me. Okay, and also if you are, for example, if your mother is sick, anybody in your family is sick, that is affecting you also. So there also you can chant this and you can indent that once I am healing from that, the other person is also benefiting from it. I am sharing the consequence of my healing to that person also. You can also do that. Okay, so you can continue with the practice maybe for 7 days, 11 days, or 21 days with a specific intention. Okay, so if you have any doubts, any sharing, we can have a few minutes for that and we will wind up. Any insights, any questions, any sharings?
Yeah, Naina, we'll be posting this in the group, right?
Yes, we will be
the
sharing.
recording.
Yes, we will be
Yes.
sharing the recording in the group.
Yeah, so the process you can, go
refer
through
again.
that. Yeah, and do it again along with
Yes.
the process she did. Yeah.
Yeah, one doubt, Naina. If the situation is reversible, something which there is no solution, like some permanent loss or something, what we can do is let this process to help ourselves to accept the situation and move on.
How it is
right?
affecting us.
Yeah.
How it is affecting us. Are we in grief? Are we getting triggered, angry, or whatever it is affecting my part?
Yeah.
Okay, we can direct it to our healing.
Our healing.
Yes.
So healing is the ultimate.
Yes, healing is the
aim.
ultimate. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So let's wind up for today. See you all for the next circle, for the new moon
Next
circle.
new moon. Thank you everybody for coming and for your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naina.
Thank you everybody.
Thank
you.
This was very, very interesting. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Shamishta. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for all your presence. Thank you.